What it do is what it does, and what it does is what it do, baby. Big brother, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. It's an experience of a lifetime, and once in a lifetime opportunity. Wow, it was a roller coaster ride, but for the most part, like I genuinely enjoyed myself. I learned so many new things. So yeah, it was nothing short of amazing. How I felt when I heard my name being called for eviction. If anything, I guess I was prepared to a certain extent. And when I say prepared, it was in terms of me being content with whatever would take place that evening. So be it had I been saved or evicted, I was ready for whatever outcome that came with Sunday evening. So yes, I believe I handled it with grace. I'm very appreciative for the opportunity and the experience that I got into the house. So yes, I'm good. Wow, what I learned from staying with strangers for such a long time is something I've never done. I learned patience. I learned understanding. I also learned that with understanding, it is okay not to understand. Yeah.
So, do you think you showed yourself enough? Do you think you showed your talent enough in this few weeks that you were in the house?
Yes, I do believe I showed enough in the house with my personality and talents. More so with how I'm trying to get into presenting. I believe even with some major tasks where I was speaking, I believe I did showcase myself the best way I could. I've had the rainbow hair for going on to 8 years now, so for over 7 years. And it wasn't a strategy. It's something I've been doing for the past 7 years, going on to 8 this year. So I love the rainbow hair. I usually keep my braids on for quite some time, to be honest. How I treat them is like washing them, etc. during that period of 2 to 3 months. So even with people that saw my pictures, like the housemates saw my pictures from outside, I'm always in the rainbow braids. The only difference is the width and sometimes the length. So other times I have smaller braids, but it's always the rainbow braids. Sometimes I have fewer braids on my head, but it's always the rainbow braids. And yeah, so it's something that I've always loved. I've always loved to align it with my image way back when I started pursuing like my career in arts and entertainment. So yes.
Okay, so explain to me your relationship or friendship between you and Seali. What was going on?
Seali and I had a really good friendship. We would banter. We would banter. I'm thinking of something now, but it was so funny because we'd irritate each other. So like, in as much as we didn't know each other, we had a really cool friendship. I understood parts of him. He understood certain parts of me. Even though I feel like there would be times he'd be misunderstood, and I understood those things to him, those traits to him, the very same way maybe other people misunderstood me. Sometimes also being in a group and having to live and coexist with strangers, a lot of things can get lost in translation, because we have a lot of frustrations. We don't have any communication with the outside world, so a lot of things can get to you. But with Seali, we had a really cool friendship. Yeah, and we'd flirt a bit, but
Also, it was just friendship, it was not romantic.
no, we'd flirt here and there, but it was a friendship, yeah.
Okay, we move. But did you have any connection with anybody, like in the relationship side, romantic?
Relationship, not necessarily. Like, I didn't really connect with people like that on a romantic level. But should I have had to pick one person that I could maybe explore, it would definitely be Seali, because like I was already comfortable with him, yeah.
Okay, so can you explain the issue? You see, we have viewers,
Yes.
so we don't really see everything,
yes.
right? So I want to know what really happened. Explain the issue between you and Nsuku.
So what happened with me and Nsuku? Prior to the whole thing with the evictions, with the nominations rather, I think we already had problems, right? So I also had already had my frustrations with her in terms of her manner of approach and being rude, you know. But with that particular thing that made me nominate her was Pilile, Nsuku and I were having a conversation in the garden area, and it was just after Nate had received a question, BK rather, had received a question about whoever he was kissing in the closet space, in the shower, etc., which was Nsuku. And I remember us seeing Nate because it was after Sunday evening. And I remember looking at Nate and saying, well, I feel like Nate is hurt by the fact that BK was busy with someone in the closet or in the shower. And the reason for that is because for me personally, looking at their relationship, I did genuinely believe that Nate has feelings for BK and BK has feelings for Nate. Like most people, will look like assumed. So when I said that, I remember Nsuku saying, actually, yes. Can you even be the one to go tell Nate, since she doesn't know who's the person that kissed BK? Be the one to tell her that it was me that kissed BK in the dresser space and in the shower. And I was like, no, I can't do that. It's not my place to tell. It's either you tell or BK does, but I'm not going to relay the message. And besides, it's going to look like I'm gossiping about you. And she was like, no, yes, I want it to look like that. I want it to look like you're gossiping about me. And for me, it did not sit well with me, because it's like, if we genuinely have a connection, now you're throwing me under the bus. Why would you want me to look to someone as if I'm gossiping about you? How's that person going to view me as someone who has a good connection with you, now gossiping about you to them, And I remember Pilile asking, like, Nsuku, like, what do you hope to achieve, like, out of this? What is, what's the whole reasoning behind it? And she did say for drama and to hurt her. And that even more made it even more distasteful for me, because I'm like, okay, you're using me as a pawn in your chess game or whatever it is, or as a tool to hurt someone without being direct with them. So for me, it was very distasteful, because should I have conflict with someone or want to, approach someone in a manner where I'm like, yeah, I'm coming for you, trust me, I'll come for you directly. I wouldn't want to ask someone to relay or do it on my behalf, no.
Okay, so after you explained that,
yes,
somebody did ask. Please ask Mata, what was she intending to benefit by doing what she did to Nsuku? Did she thought Nate and Nsuku will fight?
No, not even. I did not necessarily think Nate and Nsuku would fight, I was being vocal about that, and also because BK had mentioned that I was painting him in a bad light. And when BK mentioned that, for me, on the spot, it seemed as though probably it's a conversation he's had with Nsuku. Because in all honesty, the person I've discussed with BK with, it was Nsuku. And so for me, it wasn't like I've never discussed BK in detail with anyone else but Nsuku. So for him to say, I feel like over the past week, I feel like Mata has been painting me in a bad light, then the person I've discussed you the most over the past week or any other week, it's with Nsuku. And in those conversations, I was vocal to Nsuku that, girl, I believe BK has feelings for Nate, and that Nate also has feelings for BK. I also believe that BK is not as honest about how he's feeling, because sometimes I do see him like, you guys, and from what you're telling me, he's leading you on, But in the same breath, I did make it clear that I don't know BK on a personal level. So it's hard to sometimes give you the best advice on BK, because I don't have a really strong relationship with BK. We haven't connected that deep. Yeah.
Okay. Another thing that people were asking.
Yes.
Say, why did you accuse Nsuku of voodoo?
There was not once where I said that plastic belongs to Nsuku. We did not know who the plastic belongs to, and we also did not say the plastic was voodoo.
What the hell is this? Some voodoo shit.
What?
Hey.
Wow, that's
Shit.
Nsuku's show.
It was something we all did not know, you know. And in the house, sometimes people joke around about certain things. It's like a few weeks ago when Nsuku said people came in with their tokoloshis. You know, have you seen someone with a tokoloshi? No. So it wasn't a matter of me accusing Nsuku of voodoo. We did not know who that plastic belonged to. We don't even know what it is that was in that plastic, you know. It was just what is in the plastic? What if it's this? The same way people were like, even Nsuku herself saying, what if you guys came in with your tokoloshis in here, you know? So I think when Nsuku's name came up, it was a matter of whose closet spaces are here, but it was never a thing of it belongs to her. Because sometimes we in one section in the closet space areas, the same way my closet space area was me, Nate, and Pilile, you know, and we split it up the best way it would be for each and every one of us. So there was not once where I said it is Nsuku's, this plastic bag belongs to Nsuku. No. So that is completely false.
Okay. And then why, when Ashley got evicted,
Yes.
they said,
In the diary room.
you said
Yes.
that you could, if it was you were going to evict Nsuku, right? They said, why did she then cry when Nsuku went to her?
You know, there was a lot of events taking place. Hence, I mentioned even before my nomination, I was already now frustrated with a lot of the things that she would say or the rudeness even towards myself. I did not appreciate it. And had I not felt that way, I probably wouldn't even have nominated her. You know, I nominated her to her face. So there was nothing. I believe I'm transparent. So the same way I said what I said in the diary room with Big Brother, it was based on my frustrations with everything that was taking place, you know. And that's why when it came to live nominations, I did not shy away from a statement that I'd made a week prior in the diary room. I made a nomination also because there was a build-up. There was a lot of events taking place that were making me really frustrated with her. And the reason I cried is also because I felt bad for her, you know, when she was crying, you know. And with that also being said, I do not have like any harsh feelings towards Nsuku where there's animosity, because there are parts of her that I genuinely do like. And even with the party that we had on Saturday, when Nsuku was throwing up, I was the one helping her to the bathroom, you know, because it's not like I hate you, because for me that would be so illogical to have this great animosity towards someone over the things that we went through in the Big Brother house. So I helped her out. Had I really hated the girl, I wouldn't even help her. I'll literally just puke by yourself, walking down the stairs by yourself. But we're intoxicated. You're going down the stairs. What if you slip and fall while in the midst of you throwing up? You know, I held her hand, genuinely so, and from a really good place, you know, yeah.
Okay, so after you explained everything that happened between you and Nsuku,
Yes,
regarding Nate, right?
yes.
Now that they are close, how do you feel about it?
For me, it doesn't make me feel in any bad way whatsoever. To each their own, and we are all open to building different kinds of relationships. And I've always been vocal about this in the house, that I might get along with so and so, and it doesn't mean if they don't get along with the next person, it means that I shouldn't either, because we all have different energies. We all love different characteristics in different kinds of people. So for me, that is okay. The same way there might be someone who Nsuku wasn't like gravitating towards, but for me, that person might be my cup of tea. You know, I might understand them better. Yeah.
I did ask you already at the
Yes.
beginning, but do you feel like you showed enough of your talent, or were you consumed by the group of people that were around you? And mostly, they said you woke up late. Did you?
Firstly, we wake up when we're going to work out. So how did I wake up late, guys? I believe I woke up on time when we're going to work out. That's when we'd wake up. I think where I really woke up late, there was a couple of days where I wasn't feeling too good. And I remember when you took naps in the afternoon, I did nap for quite some time. So there I genuinely was not feeling okay. Because I remember even telling one of the girls in workouts, I don't know if it was Pilile, Jojo, or Siche, and I was like, I'm genuinely not feeling okay, you know. Yeah, so it was probably one of those days where we came back from workouts and whatnot. We took a nap and I woke up slightly late. And also I do believe I showcase my talents, because for me, the biggest one that I wanted to show is like in terms of speaking. And in as much as sometimes it can be challenging when it comes to wager tasks, because there are other individuals that are used to the program moving a particular way. But wherever I could get a chance where I could speak, it's like with the first week or with the heritage task that we had, that was also me trying to portray myself like in a manner of I can present, I can do this and all that. So I did try by all means to show myself the best way I could.
So where to from now?
Where to from now? I look forward to getting back into studio, performing. I look forward to doing more gigs, getting on the road. I look forward to exploring new things like presenting. I genuinely do want to try that out more in detail. Yeah, man, I'm just open for new opportunities. I want to step out of my comfort zone and broaden myself out in different spheres within the arts and entertainment industry.